Well, good news and bad news. So let's get into the juicy parts. So as of today's November the 21st. As of November 21st, Belgium, a court in Belgium, has ruled that loot crates, especially loot crates, any type of loot crate microtransaction, has been labeled gambling under the, I think, let me pull up the, let me go, it's under PC Gamer. In Belgium, and I know that it's in Belgium, but this has major ramifications on even here, and I'll get to that right now. But okay, Belgium says that loot boxers are gambling and wants to ban them in Europe. If you guys don't know, Europe made a union with the different countries, and that's why you got the euro and all that stuff. So, and the EU is located in, I think, 3 cities around the continent, and I think one of them is located in Brussels. So this is major that a court. Let me see. The Minister of Justice says that the mix of gambling and gaming is dangerous. And granted, this has been translated and stuff like that, but it's another step towards yeah, guys, it's another step towards just stopping gambling and stuff like that, and it's just amazing that that this is happening. And they lost, I think they investigated 2 games which had loot boxes in them, and it was games for purchase. Okay, here we go. Belgium's Gaming Commission announced that it had launched an investigation into whether or not loot boxes are available for purchase of games like Overwatch and Star Wars Battlefront 2, and it's a constituted form of gambling. As today, in VA News reported, the ruling is in, and it actually says yes. So yeah, even though that it's a little messy towards because they're using Google Translate and all that stuff. But their ruling on these 2 games said that they are promoting gambling, and the Minister of Justice, and if you disagree with that, you're not a Minister of Justice. I'm sorry, but the ruling is the ruling. You can't change anything. They primarily emphasize that mix of gambling and gaming, especially at a young age, is dangerous for the mental health of a child. And yes, that is absolutely true. There is a reason why you can't drink alcohol at 18. There's a reason why you can't gamble and all that stuff at a younger age. Is because your brain hasn't been fully developed. And even though people, adolescents, think they're fully developed, no, it's not. No, if you take any like developmental course or anything, or psychological course, you learn that the prefrontal cortex, the main base of where your brain, what's it called, basically the higher thinking and decision making is not fully developed, and in adolescence. So like things like learning habits, just judgment of situations, higher level thinking, they're not there at that age. So promoting, like, if you have, like, say, like this person that this adolescent, they get that dopamine response and just buying loot crates and stuff like that, those whales, they keep buying and buying and they don't think, and that's what they want. And then this is what that justice person would said, that even, yeah, this is for the kids, because they don't lack mental fortitude or the discipline to not buy these loot crates, and they don't, yeah, just it's detrimental to their mental health and all that stuff. So if you don't know what you're actually purchasing, he says the process will take time. This process is not law is not can't happen between, but now that a ruling court system has found out that these loot crates are detrimental. Microtransactions are detrimental to us, and you can say that it doesn't affect you, but you're not the entire world there, buddy. But so here goes. Yeah, like I said, Brussels, Belgium, and Brussels, the EU is located in there, and they can take their analysis and ruling and take it to the EU, and basically try to stop, try to at least inform the European Union about these detrimental loot crates. And this all happened because of the outcry and the basically, if you read Twitter, the bitching or the hypocrisy of us, the gamers, the people that didn't want to purchase loot crates, that said enough was enough. And yeah, I'm happy. It's just things are going our way right now. Yeah, it's just I don't know what, I don't have any other words to explain. Yeah. Belgium is going to take their ruling to the EU, and just it doesn't stop there. Given the limelight right now under Battlefront 2 and all the outcry of how essentially their video games is another form of child gambling, Hawaii is starting to see the detriment. That I think a lawmaker in Hawaii saw that this is making headline, that they're seeing like, oh shit, what's happening with these video games, and they're not unregulated. So now Hawaii is getting into the action and getting rid of and trying to inform people about these loot crates. And let me pull up let me see, Hawaii loot boxes, and you can Google all this stuff, guys. You can take yep, because Hawaii is investigating EA's predatory practices with loot boxes as well, and this started with Belgium, and this is a domino effect on everybody. So Belgium was looking into banning loot boxes for video games, following an extensive investigation in completely different areas conducting into its own matter. Yesterday, Chris Lee, who serves as a Democrat of the State Republic from Hawaii, had held a press conference to announce that it was going to be investigating legislation and that would ban games like EA, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and other types of games being played by young children, and they could be very well pursue the matter on national scale. Belgium's investigation found that a pay-to-win loot box system like Star Wars Battlefront 2 was going to be used before EA temporarily removed them, and was a bit too close to the gambling, and Lee believes that they'll be finding similar results. This game is a Star Wars themed game, online casino. This game is a Star Wars themed online casino, he explained. Nothing predatory practices by a company, and oh my god, it's just yeah, this lawmaker, this person is launching an investigation in Hawaii, in the States. They saw what Belgium said, and they're saying that, hey, since Belgium ruled it as gambling, especially Battlefront 2 with their loot boxes, they're saying that, hey, maybe if we investigate this, maybe we'll find the same ruling. So it's just this domino effect. Okay, it started with people crying, or as people would say on the internet, people are bitching to EA and saying, boycotting their game, and saying that we're not going to stand for this, and it got picked up by CNN, and Belgium was already doing another investigation on Overwatch and their loot crate system, and they saw what was happening with Battlefront 2, so they launched an investigation against that, and they found that, yeah, loot crates, especially ones that follow a pay-to-win model, are considered gambling. And this is after EA got rid of them, saying, oh shit, we don't want to get sued. And after they felt the pressure from Disney, this is just awesome win for us, the gamers. Um, the microtransactions are now being shined under a limelight by lawmakers. It's going to get regulated. Hopefully, it's going to get banned, and they follow the same ruling as Belgium. Now, these publishers, these AAA publishers, are now gonna see. They're not gonna think twice and try. Even though they're still gonna do their scummy practices, they're just gonna find another way to fuck us. But they're not gonna try to fuck us with microtransactions or a pay-to-win system. So these pay-to-win systems are and hopefully doesn't extend to just Battlefront and just these $60 titles. Hopefully they get on the action on Candy Crush and Activision, Clash of Clans with their bullshit. Hopefully they go into the mobile market where it all started and start regulating that stuff, because this isn't regulated. Video games are not regulated, even though there's an ESRB. Any little kid can buy it. I think Star Wars is rated I think it's rated T for teens, so the ESRB has to change their rating system again, because the ESRB does not make policy. They infer policy and put the rating of what the legislation says. So this is a win for all of us. This is a win for us all. If they change the law, the ESRB has to go up and include gambling, because even though these loot crates these gambling tendencies can be are not banned, they can still be considered gambling, and they can still change the ESRB to rated M, which gets little kids from buying them, and basically forces EA or any company to rethink how they're gonna try to implement these microtransactions, either by credit systems or stuff like that. But yeah, just another win for us. Publishers are not going to think twice from implementing loot crate systems, and hopefully Disney is seeing all this and seeing the backlash that this is having, and just pulls a license from EA. EA, they're fucking up right now. They're just EA. So here's hoping, guys.